everybody, Joe Crump again. Next question. Hi Joe, I didn't quite get the concept of building a list. Although it sounds nice to have a list of buyers and sellers, I really just need to make some money right now. What am I missing here? And this is from Lester from Missouri. Well, list is, I believe that the list is one of the most valuable assets that you can own. I have a list of 45, it's actually larger than that, 45,000 investors, and I send out to that list just about every other day. You're probably getting emails from me right now. So I send out to that list almost every other day, and I monetize it in a lot of different ways. I sell real estate to it. I sell my books and tapes and audios and my coaching program to it. I sell other people's investment property to it as well, and it's been a great source. And you can do it the same thing by building a list of investors, by building a list of buyers, and by building a list of sellers. And having all those three lists and learning how to monetize that list, how to make those people buy properties and sell properties to you is a wonderful thing. I would say that if I had to give up my list or give up all the real estate that I own, and I own quite a bit of real estate, if I had to give up one of those two things, I would probably be willing to give up my real estate before I gave up my list, because I know that I can go to my list right now, send out an email, and make a chunk of money on any particular day. So if you build an effective list, it's going to make you a lot of money. Now, you have to build a relationship with your list. They have to know who you are. They have to know what you have to offer, and you have to do it over a period of time by educating them, by selling them on ideas, by giving them lots of free information, helping them understand why it makes sense to work with you and do the things, and not necessarily work with you, but to buy the way that you're suggesting. Let's say if you're working with a buyer, you're going to want to, and it's a lease option buyer, you're going to want to explain why lease options make more sense than renting. If you're working with an investor, you need to help them understand why investment properties make sense and why they should buy and why they specifically should buy from you. And over time, you can do that, and we use autoresponders to do that. So we've talked about the sequential email sender in past videos, and if you use those with your list, it's very hands-off. I work very little on my list to monetize it. I set up an autoresponder sequence, I plug it in, and it starts sending out these emails every day, every other day, whatever it is, to a specific list. And I've got a lot of different categories within my list. People that are for this particular list that are listening to this audio are real estate agents, but I have a much larger list of people who are just regular investors, and then I break those down to people who have downloaded different types of projects or audios from me, or have been on different teleseminars, so I know that they have a certain interest in certain things. You can segment your list in a lot of different ways, and you can make a lot of money off of it doing it that way. These are techniques that I learned as a internet marketer, and when I started applying them to real estate, everybody that I was teaching's business just exploded, just went crazy, because it brought in so many leads, and it brought in free leads. Now I still use classified ads, I still occasionally use TV and billboards, but these things, the cost per lead is so much higher than what it would be if you go out there and use the internet and use the techniques that I'm teaching you on these videos. Once you have them on your list, those leads are free, and those people are more likely to buy from you than people that have never heard of you before. Once people get to know you, once they get a feel for who you are, they're going to be a lot more likely to trust you and buy from you and work with you. So hopefully that helps. Building a list, I can't emphasize how important that is to your business. Good luck.